Welcome back to Encounter 180. I'm Dave Hunter. Have you ever prayed a prayer like this? God, where are you? Why haven't you answered my prayer? Why is it, God, that when I really need you, you seem so far away? Well, if you've ever prayed that way, you're not alone. The Bible tells us that King David prayed a very similar prayer to that, both in Psalm 10 and Psalm 13. Listen to what he says. Lord, why do you stand so far away? Why do you hide when I'm in trouble? Oh Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever? How long will you look the other way? It almost seems like those verses don't belong in the Bible. They're basically saying David feels like God isn't even paying attention to him. That he feels like God doesn't even care about the situations he's facing. Yet I'm so glad God includes those passages in the Bible, because they teach us some things that are incredibly valuable for those times when we feel like God is distant from us. First off, they show us what to do when it seems like God is far away. And what to do is we keep talking to God, and we talk honestly with Him about what we're feeling and what we're experiencing. That's what David did, and he was honored for it. David is known as a man after God's heart. A man who had an incredibly close relationship with God. And part of that is because of his honesty with God. Because in those times when he felt like God was far away, he didn't turn away from God. He didn't back away from God. He continued to pursue God. You see, it's very easy to walk close with God when His presence is obvious to us. When it seems like answers to prayer drop in our laps constantly. It's easy to be close to God in those times. But when it seems like God is far from us, when it feels as though He's turned His back on us, but we keep pressing in and keep walking close with Him, in those times we experience a closeness with Him and a depth in our faith that we would never experience otherwise. The second reason it's helpful that those chapters are included in Scripture is because it lets us know that we are not alone. Those times when we feel distant from God, it's a part of spiritual growth. It's part of what it means to walk with the living God. If I go through a time in my life when it seems like God is far away, not answering prayer, feels like He doesn't care about my life and what's happening, and if I think I'm the only one who's ever experienced that, then I will conclude that there must be something horribly wrong with me. But if I look in Scripture and find examples of people like David, who was incredibly close to God, and yet he went through those times, then that lets me know that those times when God seems distant, it's part of spiritual growth. It's one of the tools God uses to bring us closer to Him. So if you're in that time in your life right now where it seems like God is far from you, where it seems like God is not hearing you, He's not answering prayer, I want to encourage you to do what David did. Keep talking to God. Don't give up. And realize in the middle of that difficult time you're in right now that you are not alone. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Dave Hunter reminding you God is present and He wants to be involved in your life.